I'm so tired of them showing these white men playing around in these locker rooms and making it hard for girls who are living our life as women.
Yeah, I'm tired of Brad.
These people who have been going viral, like this agenda, I said, they look like men. What's a question that you as a trans woman get tired of people asking you? What is something you'd be like, this bitch? I believe that heterosexual men have more homosexual conversation than homosexual people.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
I was in foster care in prison. That they love to talk about cocks and assholes. Girl. I was gagged.
Me too. Bitch, what get me clocked the most is my voice. If I shut the fuck up and go use the motherfucking bathroom and do what I'm supposed to do, ain't nobody finna know shit. Yeah, we sitting here looking like motherfucking Destiny's Child, bitch. Bitch, can we just stop a moment and just look, bitch? We are Black trans women. We are trans women of color, bitch. Do you see us? We are here. Fellas, if you don't want a child with her, stop nutting in her.
Please.
Honey, I've told y'all several times before. It ain't a lot of girls that can stand next to her. When she walks in the room, say honey. When she's right in front of you, say honey. Won't you bow to the queen? Say honey. When she walks up to the scene, say honey. Oh yeah, go off, mother. Say honey. Oh yeah, say honey. Oh yeah, yes, honey. Say honey. Yeah. Say honey. Respect a queen when you see one.
What's going on? What's going on, you guys? It's your girl, Cherry the Boom. Another day here at Cherry on Top Podcast. How are you guys? I missed you. What a motherfucking week, bitch. I'm so ready for Christmas. Bitch. I'm so ready for Christmas. Today's like the 8th or the 9th. Like, what is today? Like, it's the 8th, right? Bitch, I am so ready for Christmas. I'm ready to eat some good food. I know we just had Thanksgiving and I ate some shit I wasn't supposed to, but I'm gonna do it again. And after Christmas, you know how we do. New Year's resolutions, bitch. I'm gonna stop eating so much. You know we do that shit every year. Hello. You guys, I am so excited for today. Today I decided to try something new. I feel like we've seen the regular one-on-one interviews. I feel like we've seen the regular conversations, the one-on-ones, but I wanted to try something different with all of the negative things that we've seen in social media. I definitely want to bring two young ladies that I've had the privilege and honor of meeting and just having relationship with, and I feel their vibes and their energy, and I invited them to the podcast. I think in today's society, us as trans women, especially trans women of color, we have to stick together. We ain't gotta lie to each other, we ain't gotta be fake, but we don't have to be the number one person tearing us down when the world is already doing it. But I hope you guys had a great holiday. I hope for all of the people out there, you know, around this time of season, y'all will be a little sad and depressed. You know, people are missing loved ones. You know, people are feeling alone. I just want you to be encouraged. I want you to be loved. I want you to be around people who love you. I want you to be around people who embrace you, who don't just tolerate you, but allow you to be true to who you truly are. That is what's most important, and that's what love is about, okay? Happy holidays to everyone. Bitch, the topics today, OMG. I feel like every week I'm here with you guys, there's something that we always have to talk about. It's some crazy shit going on in this world. And y'all know it. It's crazy shit every motherfucking week. Every day we scroll on social media, we see the nonsense. We see the arguing, the fighting, the unaliving, the drama, the cheating, the rumors, the lies, the cloud chases, the mad ass, big back ass hoes. We see y'all. And I just want to take time to we have to discuss this. That's one thing that I really, really, really do love most about the podcast. We're going to talk about what is really going on. So many people in the world are trying to keep it cute, keep it on edge. They don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want to offend people. Bitch, over here, we can love you, respect you, and tell you the truth. Okay? Yeah. Girl, my trade calling. Hold on, y'all. Boy, I'm live, bitch. Like, what you doing? My bad. Ooh. But anywho, I also want to tell the young trans women out there, make sure you're doing this for the right reason. I had a lot of young ladies message me around the holiday times like, Cherry, I can't go home because my family won't allow me to come home as I truly am and who I am. And I just want to let you guys know, you don't need anybody but God. Okay, I know it gets hard. I know it gets lonely, but I need you to always, you can't ever expect someone to respect you when you don't respect yourself. Minimizing yourself and dumbing yourself down to make others feel good, that is not love. That is tolerance. And like I said earlier, stop being around people who tolerate you. You shouldn't want to be nowhere where people don't truly embrace you and love you for who you truly are. That is not love. And until you truly love yourself and make the best decisions for you, you will continue to be around those type of people that you allow in your life that you already know does not love you completely. And as I am motivating the people, y'all know we got to always bring my good Lord and Savior who woke all of us up because we love the Lord. Amen. I ain't gonna ever get tired of it. Yes, I may cuss you hoes out. Yes, I may wear very little, tiny, little stringy pieces. But I love the Lord and I know he's real. And I know that can't nobody do me like Jesus. Like, yeah. And before we get into today's juicy motherfucking triple scoop of the dolls, I want to let you guys know that I want to encourage you to let Jesus ease your pain. Okay? When life hurts and your heart feels heavy, Jesus invites you to bring every pain to him. He understands the burdens you carry and meets you with compassion, patience, and real comfort. You do not have to pretend to be strong or hold on to everything and act like everything is together. When you turn to him in honest prayer and let his presence settle in your spirit, he gives you a peace that lifts the weight you have been trying to carry alone. Jesus does not see your pain. He does not just see your pain. He walks with you through it. And his healing touch brings strength for day to day and hope for tomorrow. Bible verse: he heals the brokenhearted and binds their wounds. Psalms 147:3. Amen. And I think that scripture really spoke to me because around this time of holiday, people are going through a lot of pain and trying to understand things and not feeling belonging, like not feeling where they belong and things like that. So I just wanted to encourage you, motivate you, uplift you. And if no one told you that they love you today, baby, I love you. Hit me up, bitch. And if you in Atlanta, I might got a little plate for you, okay? But are y'all ready? I got some guests today. Y'all, I took a little break with guests because I was getting a lot of feedback. Like, y'all were really enjoying the one-on-ones just with you and me. Now y'all have gotten to know me a little bit better. I definitely think it's time to interact with people who matter in our community. I think a lot of the times y'all are so used to entertained by the foolishness that you see in our LGBTQIA plus community. I think that you don't ever take the time to get to know people who are really putting in the work, who are really fighting for you, who are really advocating for you. And on Cherry on Top podcast, baby, I'm going to give love and light where it is deserving. All that extra ghetto ass, pointless ass shit, all that hating ass, mad ass shit that y'all decide to be entertained by, it's cute, but it's not what matters. And tonight, I want to shed some light on two ladies, like I said earlier, that I've had the privilege and the honor of meeting and becoming sisters with and talking to and getting to know. The relationships are fairly new, but what I have noticed, they're good women. They stand for something. They have been in something like life that I've been through. They've been through some things. Not only do we have the trans woman experience in common, we have struggle in common. And I need you people to always know, trans women, we come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, careers, purposes, And I just want to show some love to my girls. The first lady that I will be bringing to the podcast tonight, Dr. Christy Perez, known as C Dreams, is a public theologian, historian, journalist, policy strategist, and freedom architect whose work has reshaped national conversations about justice, narrative power, and political and social health of marginalized communities. Yes, motherfucking Dr. Christy Perez. And last but not least, the one, the only, the actress, the Dondada, the tall, tantalizing Miss Monroe Alise is a bold, dynamic actress, host, She's a media host, a trans advocate known for her powerful presence. When I say powerful, bitch, I am clockable. Bitch, powerful presence, an emotional, intelligent storyteller. She has appeared in P-Valley seasons 2 and 3, Down in the Valley documentary series, The Shy season 6, and made her film debut in Fighting to Be Me. My girl not only does digital content, her digital content continues to reach over millions of viewers monthly, resonating, across audiences with authentic hearts. She was one of the first trans women to perform at the White House during Obama administration and was proudly booked to co-host World Pride 2025 in Washington, D.C. Monroe uses her platform to connect, uplift, and shift culture one conversation at a time. You guys, I'm going to go get my girls. They're waiting in the waiting room, and we will be right back.
Are we here?
Hey, you guys. Ooh, bitch. Hey, ladies.
Hi, Cherry.
How are y'all tonight?
Listen, I can't complain. God is still in the blessing business.
Yes, he
Is he not? It is wonderful to be here. And like Monroe said, a true blessing.
Amen. You guys, y'all know how we finna do this. I want to ask y'all some questions. We're going to get into the tea. We're going to get into the scoop. But before we get into the questions and talk about what people really want to talk about, the people, I'm sure they want to know, who is Monroe? Bitch, I am clockable Miss Thing. Miss Thing, what's going on with you, Monroe?
Listen, I can't complain. You know, it's just been an amazing journey. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all of the newness that God is like ushering in this season. And so I'm just preparing myself. I'm just bracing myself for what God finna do next. That's it. That's it. Just
Okay,
hold
hold
on.
on. Ooh,
That's it.
hold
Just
on.
hold on.
Amen.
Sometimes
Dr.
that's all you
Christy,
can do.
what you got going on, sus? You look good.
Thank you so much. Y'all look phenomenal. I feel like I am in the baddie tribe.
Okay.
I'm just grateful. This has been an amazing year. Like Monroe was just saying, it's been a year of a lot of growth and new activities, and I'm just trying to hold on, baby, just trying to hold on. And so grateful for the new relationships, new projects, new opportunities. I'm
Absolutely.
super excited.
And you guys, the thing is, like, I haven't had guests on the show because I guess the solos have been doing so well. But I had already talked to these young ladies about doing individual episodes. And with all of our schedules being so hectic, everybody was available on this one day. And it was like, bitch, like, I think that we should do it together. I think that we all look fucking phenomenal.
You all are beautiful.
And I think that it's time for us who are really the ones putting the work in the community to come together. And on my platform, Cherry on the Top podcast, it's not always going to be the tea and drama. Sometimes the people need to be educated. Sometimes people need to see the real definition of trans women. And since y'all love to act like y'all don't know and y'all don't see, well, bitch, Cherry just showed you. Hey, ladies.
Hi, Cherry.
Yeah, so you already know I'm with all of that, girl. I know y'all, I'm a little rough one out the group, but girl, my sisters know I'm going to keep it a buck, and they know I'm a good-ass woman. Bitch, we go tell them people what they need to know because they do us wrong.
I heard her speak many, many times in DC. Do not let her lie to you. She is very articulate and she knows what's tea.
This is true. And she is a community activist herself. And so you stick up for the girls no matter where they are in their transition to. And that's one of the things that people don't get a chance to see often. And you and I have had that conversation. But yeah, I definitely, I love you and I love what you do.
I appreciate you, ladies. And I appreciate what y'all do. Just visibility. That's why I've always loved you and seen you, like, visibility. And when we had our personal interaction, I'm like, oh, she on her shit, doing her shit, and she good people. Because I don't fuck with everybody. I'm not forcing nothing. I'm not pretending nothing. And I'm not sitting with no bitch I really don't like.
Period.
And from the relationship that we've all been sharing and growing, y'all, bitch, I'm the same bitch online and offline.
True.
Definitely.
I'm going to love you. I'm going to respect you. But whatever we do is going to be reciprocated.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
we got that Cancer energy. So, you know.
Also, I'm the lone Capricorn.
Oh, but Cancer's a Capricorn.
No shade. No shade.
Yeah, why I love y'all.
Yeah, and it's Googleable.
Yeah.
The Cancerians, we are the mother of the zodiac sign, and the Capricorn is the father.
Come through, daddy.
Baby, we are giving
Call me daddy from now on.
guidance, bitch. Yes, and this is going to be a very educational moment. I want to have fun. I want to educate the people, and I want people to get to know all different types of trans women. I'm so tired of them showing these white men playing around in these locker rooms and making it hard for girls who are living our life as women.
Yeah, I'm tired of Brad.
Yeah, let's talk about
Well,
it.
you know I have a different viewpoint on that.
Ooh.
So.
Give it time.
But I tackle. Well, this is my thing. Listen, so I'm going to keep it the same because if we start defining what presentation looks like, we're setting ourselves up for failure.
Okay.
Because I believe they're going to continue the mark. They're going to keep changing it, right? No woman looks the same.
I agree. But
And
there's
so-
a difference between being a woman or some type of woman and being a man with earrings in the women's restroom.
I think
Can I put it into perspective a little bit? I always say, like, if I came to you and I was like, Monroe, I want you to treat me like a football player, and not just any football player, but an MVP ring-bearing football player. But I've never put the practice in. I don't know how to pass the ball. I don't know where my marks are. I'm not saying that there's a particular look that needs to be
Absolutely.
obtained, but I do think that you need to do things that make it clear what type of experience you're trying to navigate in this world.
and who defines those things that we're making clear, though?
I think
Reality.
this is where
So
the
that-
non-binary
no,
issue is
no,
complicated.
we're not even.
things.
They don't. When it's in the news and it's in the blogs, it's not non-binary people. It's trans.
No, that's
people.
what I'm
No,
saying.
I
I'm saying that
And
non-binary
when it
is
comes to, I think a
complicated.
lot of people are trying to make it seem like, okay, well, what does being trans look like? First of all, it's not a look; it's
Agreed.
an experience.
Agreed.
Okay, and it's
Agreed.
not about being beautiful or ugly or clockable or passable because there are biological women that are beautiful and ugly and clockable.
This
Yes,
is
for the
true.
biological
There are a lot of
Yes.
biological women out there that you can look at and be like, girl, is she?
And that is why I think
And
it's
it's
a slippery.
okay.
I agree, and that's why I think it's a slippery slope. So that's why I said I wanted to focus on if the issue is safety, how do we make bathrooms safer? If the issue is about nudity, then how do we prevent nudity?
But it's not about nudity and it's not about safety. It can turn into all of that, but what it is about is men going into women's restrooms.
co-opting the experience of
That's
trans
what it is.
women and endangering
And I think
our
people
identity.
need to always
Okay.
remember that there's a difference between being a feminine man
I agree.
and a trans woman. There's a
agree.
difference between being a man that wears women's clothing and a trans woman.
I agree.
Yeah.
So when we sit here as trans women and say like we put pads on that ignorance, like I understand you mean well, but bitch, the people need to hear the truth.
I think
There
that-
is a line.
And
So I agree. Wait, I think that there is a line. I also think that when we start to police what that line looks like, then we give them right to then determine what that definition
But
is.
we are not the ones policing it, if you want
but
to
it's
be honest.
society, and the reality is like I come from a different time. Like I was raised on the streets of Baltimore as a homeless child, like a teenager, by Black and Latin transsexual women, which is the word that I choose to describe my experience
Your
because I do
choice.
not feel like the modern transgender vocabulary and expression is consistent with mine.
Mhm.
I think the issue is like, yes, anybody should make their choices and we shouldn't police that. However, you putting on a sports bra does not, like, you have done nothing to show the world. And the reality is, it's like, assimilation is not what I'm arguing for. I'm arguing for evidence, like evidence of an attempt to transition. We have people co-opting the name and the experience of trans people. They put on a sports bra and some dusted little eyelashes and then they go in. That is not transition. That is drag.
And let's be clear, you can identify however you want. That's your personal business.
But I wouldn't
when
enter
we
the
are
bathroom
walking
when I
into
felt some
public
way.
spaces, everybody is supposed to be comfortable.
True.
We can feel however we feel about biological women, but at the end of the day, they deserve to be respected and comfortable as well.
I
Especially
agree.
considering they
But what
fought
they
for
need
those
to also
spaces.
understand, bitch, it is not your bathroom. It's a public restroom.
I agree.
But when we have people going in there that are men saying I'm trans, of course, a lot of them are going to naturally be a little uncomfortable because, bitch, even as a trans woman, I do feel uncomfortable with men in certain spaces.
I agree.
And there's a difference in the bathroom and a changing room. I still have not heard an argument that convinces me that especially pre-op trans women need to be in a changing room. I have not heard an argument that convinced me of that yet.
Go ahead.
The bathroom is one thing.
I'm confused about the changing room.
So that was the whole thing with the video with the comedian, like the lesbian comedian here. I can't
She
think
was
of her name.
She was changing. Her name doesn't even matter.
Yeah, but bathroom one thing, yes, but I don't feel like even I would not be comfortable. I don't think most of us would be comfortable like in the changing room where women are actively getting naked, like that is a private, sacred space.
I think that, and this is again to the point of policy and procedure for me. I am not comfortable with full nudity with anyone in a public space, right? So whatever you identify, whatever your pronouns are, whatever your gender marker is, I think your nudity is for your body, your space, your home, right? So if nudity is the issue, if safety is the issue, if knowing how to coexist in public spaces is the issue, then I think that we need to keep the main thing. I think we get so distracted with the deflection tactics and the fear mongering around trans people. And to your point, I think it is easier to try to target the trans community by saying, oh, that was a trans person and this is why I said safety is an issue, or this is why. And so we have to be very mindful of not denouncing. Let me talk about me. I have to be very mindful because I remember when I was a baby brick. And I remember how much courage it took for me to leave my house to be in my early transition. Because in my early transition, I didn't have any women around me that say, oh, do this, do that, do X, Y, and Z.
But let me ask you this. Were you going into women's spaces, like you said you were uncomfortable, but were you going into women's spaces at a time, because we all had our little rough moments, like that's natural. It's okay. It takes a biological woman from 13 to 18 to transition into a woman. So of course we have to go through a puberty as well. But honestly, in that puberty stage, and when I said it online and it went viral, I wasn't saying it to be nasty, but there's a time where I don't even want to go into a space where I can't blend in. No. Let's be honest.
And so what you're saying is, so in the beginning, I find it very interesting that pre-transition, every girl that I went out with was like, come with me in the bathroom. And I would be in a male-presenting body, and I would be in there, and they could clearly see that I did not want them, and they were okay with me in there and asking me to help them get dressed and do their hair and X, Y, and Z. And now in my transition, I'm going in the bathroom to use the bathroom and literally go out. There is a sense of fear, right? There's a sense of let me hurry up and get in here and hurry up and get out. And even now, I like family bathrooms. I like to be able to, bitch, I wear like 3, 4, 5 pair of Spanx. So I like my comfort and, my space to be able to pull me up, tuck me back in, gather my stuff and, tuck my rolls and things in. And so I think that we have to remember that those spaces are with intention. I'm not in there lollygagging and frolicking and doing all of the things. I'm in there. If I'm in the airport, I'm using the bathroom, I'm on my way out. If I'm out at a restaurant, I'm using the bathroom and coming out. And that is my point. So if it is about nudity...
But let's talk about what's happening. I get what you're saying,
But
Monroe.
also, we have to remember that there are paid actors.
Like, so
I want to be clear. There are people, and like we don't talk about this enough.
But there's an agenda.
There are people that are being paid to masquerade in the trans experience. And that's really... we're not really seeing... genuine people that are popping up on these viral moments. These are paid actors in the service of an agenda. And that's something like, I noticed you were talking about like the language that we use is super important. Completely agree. And that's why I'm always talking about narrative remastery. We have to remaster the way that we are talked about and dominate that language.
Absolutely.
And I do agree that like transness comes in a myriad of like presentations, looks, whatever. And I'm not talking about passability versus like brickability. Because I heard you say something like when I was baby brick. We've all had that rough stage. What I'm talking about is clear evidence and consistent of like actually living the trans experience.
But that's my point. Like, who is the evidence collector to say, okay, so you've been transitioning
This is how I feel.
When
it's not even about transitioning. It's about going into public spaces. When it comes to the women's restroom, let's talk about the topics at hand. When it comes to the women's restroom, there are men going into the women's restroom and they're deeming them trans.
And that is why
And that is the problem. So what makes the difference between them, what you're asking is what makes the difference between a trans and what they're calling trans?
No. That's not. I'm not
She's
asking
saying, how do we
difference.
determine? Do we start policing that? And what's the problems if we do that?
And I said that it is easier.
But what is there to police when we see what it is?
Well, to your point, there are some cisgender biological women that are a little hard,
a little brick, but they don't look like men. These people who have been going viral, like this agenda, I said they look like men. I don't care how y'all try to reword it.
I don't
patch
care
it up
about
and make
the
everybody
masculine
sound inclusive.
features or attributes.
There's masculine women.
Yeah.
There's aggressive looking women. There's
But
dominant
you know
looking
the
women.
difference between
There's
a masculine woman
muscular
and a
women out
dude.
there. But you know the difference between a masculine and muscular woman and a man in a bra. That's who's policing it. Let's call it what it is. There's nothing feminine. Nothing was feminine about that hoe. I don't remember their names, but the situations that we've seen. But earrings. Earrings is not a transition.
So I think that listen. Let me say this. I think that
if I take these off, does that mean my transition over?
No.
Thank you. That's how you police it. Bitch.
I think that...
Let's talk about it.
So I want to say something. I respect everybody. I love everybody. And I'm the type of person to go out of my way and do backflips through fire for you. But I do think that, especially in these emerging times, we have to be more defined, more precise with our language of how we describe experiences. And even I've gotten a little bit of pushback on like trying to differentiate, because I hear, like, for example, the phrase non-binary fall under the trans experience. And that's not. It's a beautiful, valid experience, but it's its own distinct thing. And I do think that, like, in life, there are certain points that you reach that allow you to access new spaces, new opportunities, new jobs, new relationships, whatever. And I'm sorry to say this, but that is a reality too with transition. And it's not myself or Cherry or you or anybody individual. We're talking about the reality of the world as to how it is. Let's just be clear. The world has chosen for a long time under colonial, white European power structures to see the world in a very one or two. And I think that we need to be very honest about, like, what type of damages can come out of allowing that trans experience to be conflated with people who are not genuinely intending to live that.
And hold on. How I'm going to maneuver this, because I don't want our whole conversation to be just about this. I want to ask, I'm going to go back and forth, but I want to ask you guys a couple of questions. Starting with Monroe, how did you first come to understand your gender identity?
So, you know, it was very interesting for me because there was no visibility or representation, right? I saw RuPaul. That was, you know, shout out to Mother Ru. Love her.
Okay, no shade.
I live for Mother
MTV.
Ru, but I knew that was not my experience. I knew that was not what I wanted, right? And it wasn't until I got older, I hung around all, you know, gay men. So I was the most feminine thing around my circle, my butch queens, right? Yeah. And I didn't have that visibility, right? This is why possibility models and visibility and representation is so important, because it wasn't until my sister Madison hit the internet and I was like, oh,
that's me.
I was like, now that right there, yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. And that freed me up enough, because I existed in this non-binary, androgynous, back in the day. You know, I'm an older girl, so we didn't have non-binary, gender non-conforming. That wasn't our language. Yes. I was androgynous. You know what I'm saying? I was more of an androgynous girl. I was in paint today, and then, you know, the next day I may, you know, depending on the piece I was with. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw her, it freed me up to live in that experience. And so it wasn't until I had that visibility and representation that allowed me to live in that experience.
Let me ask you this. What's something you wish more people would understand about being trans?
But there's no one box that fits us all. It's been one of the greatest, I guess, indignations of my life, as people are like, oh, Dr. Christy's a trans, right? No, I'm a transsexual who happens to work in, like, human rights and prison reform and policing and in cultural humility and stuff like that. I think that there is such a locked in image of who we are. We can either be a sex worker, a porn star, or you know, something like that. Like, we come from different backgrounds, and yes, some of those things, we might have all of those things in our story, but we are full of potential and capable of changing and growing into new roles. And I think that we are some of the most incredible shapeshifters. We can
absolutely
change.
Monroe, what moment in your journey made you feel most affirmed?
Oh, wow. That was a really great question, sister.
It is a great question.
I think there were so many moments. It would pretty much be per season, right? If I could only speak to this season specifically, I think one of the most affirming moments for me is when I had one of my, what I call moments of anticipation, and my mom was able to kind of walk me through. I had went into an unfamiliar space. I'm a creature of habit, and so I went into very much so. And so I had went into an unfamiliar space, and large crowds make me nervous. And I had this huge moment of anticipation, and my mother was able to affirm me in that and like walk me through and was like, your anxiety doesn't win all the time and it is okay. And you went further than you were. And like, just to be able to feel seen, I was like, okay, mother, I live for that. Okay. Yeah. So that's one of the highlights of this season for me.
Okay, Christy, Dr. Christy, let me ask you this. How do you describe gender to someone who is still learning?
That's another tough question. I tell them that gender is that innate sense of how you feel. It's kind of like the experience that you are reaching for and how you kind of like just exist in this world. And that gender is something that is decided like neurobiologically, and that you are able to change the vehicle to match the passenger inside.
Yes, ma'am, bitch. And question and answer, bitch. Yes. Okay. Monroe. Actually, I want both of you to answer this. What's a question that you as a trans woman get tired of people asking you? What is something you be like, this bitch?
For me, because of my height, it's, did you play basketball or do you play basketball? Like, I literally have came up with a whole scenario. Like, when I walk into places and they see me, and they be like, I know you play basketball. I'm like, yeah, I was in the WNBA, but I tore my ACL, and so I played overseas for a year. And, now I'm home.
What about you?
Are you top? I am so sick of them trying to find out, baby.
Girl, they be sticking to mind when they see us, girl. It goes straight to. But let's talk about. I talked about this last week. I believe that heterosexual men have more homosexual conversation than homosexual people.
Yes, they do.
Their mind is always on genitalia.
I was in foster care in prison. They love to talk about cocks and assholes. Girl, I was gagged.
Baby. So hold on, not to throw the question off. How long were you incarcerated?
I'll let you take a guess. Somebody hasn't read my journalism.
5 years.
That's cute. How many years do you think?
Wasn't it 15 or 16?
Oh, you remember 13.
Yeah.
I went to prison when I was 19 years old and got out when I was 31, 32. 31, wow. Almost 32. Something like that.
And if you don't mind me asking, what did you go to prison for?
So I had a rough life. I grew up on the streets after my mom was, killed and foster care failed me. So I was turning tricks and doing what the girls do to survive back in Baltimore. I moved down to Atlanta when I was like 17 years old and fell in with like the same crowd. I was addicted, all that good stuff. And we got busted in a sting that involved a bigger situation.
Rico.
And then the girl that was like my closest friend that we used to work together and get high together, it turned out she was 17. I was 19 at the time. So they tried to take me down through there. They tried to charge me with human trafficking, and I sat for 2 years in county jail, fighting it. And then I got it pled down to pimping and pandering, and of course solicitation, because your girl was trying to get them coins for transition. But now that's why I spend my life working to break up the foster care to prison pipeline, supporting women out of sex work, working with people that have addiction, and just in general, fighting back against mass incarceration, looking for alternatives. How do we meet people's needs rather than punish them for surviving in the systems that created their desperate circumstances?
Go ahead, bitch.
Thank you.
And that's another thing that I love about both of you ladies. You're relatable, and no matter where we are today in life, we've all had a journey.
Very true.
And that's why I want us to come together as trans women, because we're not going to all get along. We're not going to all like each other. Everybody's not loving. Everybody's not loyal. Everybody's not who they say they are. But when I see other trans women, because like you said, Madison was yours. My first time seeing someone cross-dress was RuPaul as well. Shout out to Ru.
Yes, Ru.
Okay, shout out to Wong Fu. Thanks for everything.
Little Latin boy in drag.
Bitch. But when I saw RuPaul, I was like, okay, so men do dress up. But even though I saw that, that's not how I resonated. Like, okay, that's not what I want to look like. But for me, it was watching Jerry Springer and Maury and Ricky Lake, and they would have those episodes like, is it a transsexual? Is it a man or is it a woman?
I remember that.
And I just remember that word before I could even pronounce it. It was like transsexual. Like, bitch, I don't know what that is, but I know that's me.
Yeah.
So when we speak on representation, I'm like, that's why it's so important for girls of our age to be seen.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because they have this idea and trying to put the image out of who we are. You will not tell my story. I don't know about the rest of them bitches, but you won't tell mine. And as Black trans women of color, we have a whole nother job.
Agreed.
Do you want to hear when I realized what I was? It's a funny story. So up in Maryland, we have a gas station called a Wawa. Wawa is divine.
They got good sandwiches.
And I came around like a little corner that was like divided with the food. And there was a lady back there trying to fix her tuck. And my brain was like trying to process it. She was trying to fix her tuck. And I sat with that for like days. I remember getting back on the group home van, girl. I was like 10 years old. And I sat with it for days. And then at some point I was just like, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm going to have titties at the top and dick at the bottom.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Monroe. How do you navigate spaces where you don't feel fully accepted?
I don't go.
And I'm so glad that you said that. And that's why those people who are not there in their transition yet should go to the restroom.
Yeah, you should go to the restroom.
You should. No. And the question is, when you don't fully feel accepted.
But
then none of us would be going to the restroom.
No.
Yeah.
But a lot of us, let's be clear, when you pull yourself together a certain way, you walking in the bathroom, like you said, they're going to see your height. They're not going to first say, she has a dick or she had a dick. When you first walk in the bathroom, if everybody's me too, bitch, what get me clocked the most is my voice. If I shut the fuck up and go use the motherfucking bathroom and do what I'm supposed to do, ain't nobody finna know shit. So like you said earlier, there is a time and a space, and there was a time in my life when I was in transition, but I would not go to the women's restroom because I knew it would bring an energy that made me uncomfortable. Fuck them bitches being uncomfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable.
True.
Yeah, I know you're thinking about how you can know. So
no.
Oh.
I mean, I have something to say, but I'm just like,
But say it.
Because I think that even there's nothing. Listen, even on my fishiest days, that's when I get clocked the most. When I start feeling listen, it's always gonna be some child, some person. I can get every surge. I can be quiet. I can put on the paint. I can put on my latest wig. I can do all of those things, and it's always going to be Juan.
Yeah, but my whole thing is getting clocked is not what it's about. It's about going into a space and
people will give you like a nominal.
It's comfortability. You are at a place in your transition where you are comfortable to go into the women's restroom.
And when people can see your effort, they will extend you a nominal courtesy anyway. Like, okay, girl, I see what you're going for. Go ahead,
But
girl.
to your point in your story, which you just acknowledged, doing the sex work to get the coins, to save the money, to get the affirming surgeries. We're living in a world right now where gender affirming care
is
for
more
all.
accessible than ever before.
Yes, but who had we have to be mindful of me. Let me just talk about me.
No, you can say
I am
we.
extremely mindful of people's experience, right? So even if the gender affirming care is there, what about recovery? What about housing? What about the medical needs,
when you say things like it's about affirming, like, first of all, it is possible to transition with no surgeries. That's a whole nother thing that I get tired of hearing people say. Getting a surgery, that's why a lot of girls are running around here fucked up now, because a lot of people have the idea that only getting surgeries make you a trans woman. That is not true. It's about hormone therapy, and it's about a phase.
So what then if your body is chemically rejecting those hormones, or you can't do it at that time based off of whatever you're dealing with, right? Like, to that point of being able to have an experience. We sit here and we talk about that. You just said in your definition of someone who doesn't understand gender, right? And talking about you transition and you can change the vehicle and, to the passenger, and beautiful. Extend that same grace. And I know that what we do as Black trans women is we jump to the fight. We are at the front of every major movement fighting for other people's liberation. And so no matter the color, denomination, or creed, we jump to the defense. And to your point, there are paid actors. There are people posing. There are, right? Yes. And because two things can be true at the same time. So yes, there are people posing. There are people getting paid. All of those things. And also, if we start pointing those people out, then the others will start pointing other people out who are really transitioning and are trying. And it's like we have to be very mindful. It's a double-edged sword,
Yeah,
right?
so
It's a
in this
catch-22.
conversation, I've been following this conversation with multiple different types of like public figures and personalities, news commentators, journalists. And I always feel like from the trans perspective, something that is lacking is like we're talking about and I completely agree, it's fundamentally important, the affirmation of the trans experience of individuals that have not met like some arbitrary standard of when can I enter this space.
But let's be clear, when you do enter those spaces, those people that I'm speaking of in those videos, you should not be in the women's bathroom watching women change and doing.
I agree.
I was getting ready to get to that action.
No one should be in the bathroom watching anyone. This is why I said to the original point, if it is about safety, if it is about nudity, if it is about uncomfortability, all walls should be up. Take your ass in a room, be boxed in there by yourself and change. It should be unisex, genderless, changing room, individual. Let's talk about that. I think that there are so many bigger issues. Food stamps just got acclimated. They're trying to find the money. People are still unhoused. Let's talk. Black cis women are dying. The mortality rate in hospitals are through the roof.
And the HPV rates are not being addressed.
We got so much more to talk about than a bitch in a bathroom trying to use the bathroom at a gym working out.
But let's be clear. Our name, the trans word, is the hottest topic on the market right now.
That's what I was getting ready to talk about, though. We are a very small percent of the population, but we consume so much of the national dialogue. And we talk about, I heard this word policing raised up, which is always a little bit of a flag for me when it's used in the wrong way, because I'm a policing expert. That's what I do. And so when we're talking about policing, the reality is that somebody is going to do, and I'm not advocating for it, I want to be clear about that. Somebody is going to do that, whether that's that system externally that exists or if that's conversations that we're having internally as a community. But the reality is we're not seeing these super viral moments of true blue, just like I'm a baby trans person entering these spaces that are blown up. Sure. We're seeing instances of paid protagonists, instigators. And I want you to understand something. This is an extremely well-funded, extremely well-thought-out, infrastructuralized campaign that is in the narrative, it's in the money, it's in the policies that are being enacted, all of these things. And so like, yes, I hear we have bigger fish to fry, and I completely agree. But these are hard conversations that have to be had because decisions are being made about us without us being present, and it's because of these situations.
Is so important.
I agree. And also, we should be talking about like tearing down those infrastructures, tearing down the systems that have paid those people to do those things and not the person doing it. There's like talking about a bad movie. We talk about the actor because the movie's bad, but the director, the writer, the person that actually created it, right? Like I can be a phenomenal actor, but if the writing is horrible, the writing is horrible, daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about the writer, and we're talking about the actor. Listen, what if the actor needed to feed their families? Listen, you were doing sex work not because you wanted to, but because you had to.
I had to.
You understand what I'm saying? And so, yes, if we're going to talk about the problem, let's talk about the problem and not the person. That is how we get deflected. That is where the fear-mongering comes from.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Speaking of allies, what's something allies get wrong even with good intentions?
Compliments. It's the same. I deal with this all the time. Oh, I wouldn't have known until you started talking. You are so pretty. I would have never known. I said that is the same as and I am quick to. That is the quickest way for me to do a teachable moment. I said, you know what? That compliment is similar to you're so pretty to be a dark-skinned girl. Mm-mm. That's the same compliment.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I would have never known you was trans until you started talking. Was that a compliment?
Backhanded.
Let me ask you a question, Dr. Christy. What's one thing listeners that are listening today can do to better support trans people?
It's a very good question. I think we all need to practice more grace. Like we talk about grace, we talk about like support and allyship, but the reality is I see a lot of theatrics out here. I see a lot of very convenient allyship and partnership. I think that we really need to connect on the level of removing the labels to the human component, the human element. None of us wants to spend the rest of our lives being defined by just one small part of who we are or even our worst moments as human beings. So I would really encourage you to just open your sense of reason, open your heart, and try to connect with somebody as another human person, not based upon the labels that you think distinguish them and differentiate them from you.
Monroe, how has being trans and Black shaped how you see yourself for the world?
You know, I always talk about the intersectionalities that I sit in. You know, I wear my transness like I wear my Blackness. And so, absolutely, you know, there are 3 things in 3 communities that I sit in. I'm a Black woman of trans experience. And so being Black, being a woman, and being trans, those are the things that have shaped not only my experiences, but the way that I navigate and move in the world, right? I like to say that we as trans people, we are tapped into a spiritual source that others will never have the ability to see.
Bitch, I'm with you when you're right.
I like that.
Dr. Christy, how can Black communities better support trans people, especially the youth?
This is such a tough question. So first of all,
because the youth is our future.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah.
We have to change so many of our internal values, and I hate to say this, but we have to get out of it. Like, yes, the churches have done a lot of good things, but even our way of talking about sexuality, gender, is through a white colonialist theological lens, and it's super damaging. We've adopted so many things that are the antithesis of our spirit. We have to change our language. We have to change our values. We have to start encouraging the adults to show the children that friendships, relationships, and support of people who are different is fundamental and is natural. I mean, what you're talking about is you're talking about a whole reprogramming of reality. Like, we need the dream team for this.
Yeah. We are that dream team.
Let's do it. I'm ready. Powerpuff Girls.
I love that.
Yeah, we sit here looking like motherfucking Destiny's Child, bitch. Bitch, can we just stop a moment and just look, bitch? We are Black trans women. We are trans women of color, bitch. Do you see us? We are here. And I want us to look at us and remember all those times when we felt awkward, when we felt not
yesterday,
loved, when we felt not seen, when we felt like we were the only ones, when we felt like there was no way and only our feelings we understood and validated. And I just want to share this moment and say I love you, ladies.
Thank you. I love you very much.
Absolutely. And thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And you guys, this is what we need more of. Like, we need community.
Yeah.
We can sit here and all do our own thing and like, oh, we got it. I don't need nobody. Even though we may not need nobody but God, I do think community is important and it's helpful because everybody is not as strong as they act.
Absolutely. And these are the sources. Like, God is the source and he put these resources, us, here to be able to tap into each other.
You better give us a word tonight.
Yeah.
And to circle back to that question you kind of just asked, I think that you just made a really good point there. It comes down to even like the language that we're using. Like, we tell ourselves all the time that we don't need anybody, but human beings were designed for connection. That's why our earliest societies were tribes and villages and stuff like that. So like, we have to even change the way that we talk and relate to ourselves about like, I don't need nobody. We need each other, and we have to begin to come back and create that village.
Bitch, we look good. I'm just looking at the
Oh yes, over.
Okay, but before we get too happy, bitch. Speaking of God, girl, before we started recording, I saw that phone case. I told you we were going to circle back to that. And her phone case was very, I love the Lord. He is the head of my life. And I wouldn't always, okay, I'm just checking because she had a phone case that said something about being a witch. And when I, as the young Christian Southern Belle that I am, when I see
Southern
Belle.
When I see those type of things, it catches my attention, and I want to know, what is that?
Yeah, so I think that society has always been terrified of really powerful, outspoken, charismatic women that upset the status quo, and they call them witches. But when we look at the old words that were related to witches in different languages, these were people that were storytellers. They were healers. They were guides, mentors. They were, doulas. They were birth mothers, all of these things. And so like, my father is a Black man from Colombia. My mother is a white woman. But like, Santeria is really big in parts of the Latin country. It's, and so that is a convergence.
And elaborate for us, what is that? I've heard of
Santeria is a religion that is the converging point between Native beliefs and beliefs that came from Africa, converge with the Christianity that brought those influences together at a single point. And we see that with a lot of places where Christianity is touched, and often like I'm Afro-Latina. So that means like where my father is from is San Basilio de Palenque, the area in Cartagena, Colombia, the Caribbean. And so there is a lot of those original African traditions still there, wrapped up inside of Christianity. And as a religious scholar, a person that has studied 13 different religions at an academic level, I am very, very passionate about the things that we are able to find in similarity between those beliefs. And so I am a woman who is wise, who is a speaker of truth towards power, who is a healer and all those things. So if that makes me a witch, then so be it.
Okay, girl. I just had to check, bitch, because I just wanted to make sure there was no demonic, weird, spooky, wooky, ritual shit going on.
Spooky,
No.
wooky.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Okay. But
Spooky.
I'm really glad we had this conversation. But girl, since the world always looks at us like sluts, are y'all ready to be nasty?
I'm always a slut.
Girl, y'all, we're gonna get ready to play Pop or Pass That Cherry, and we'll be
I
right
like
back. Okay.
Respect a queen when you see one.
Hey, y'all. We are back, baby. I got my girls. Bitch, can you imagine being in a room with some freaky shit going on with 3 trans women?
T for T.
Oh.
Speak for yourself.
Oh.
Speak for yourself.
Ah! Baby, we got all this transliciousness going on over here, honey.
Lanta.
My Lanta, darling. So, you guys, I have a game that I like to play with my guests.
Okay.
What is the game?
And it's called Pop or Pass That Cherry.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure you ladies are not strangers of being popped or passed.
My.
Okay,
God,
so...
This is born again right here. I wouldn't get
Okay,
passed.
because truth be told, I ain't gonna tell y'all which one was it.
I'm screaming.
When I pulled up to the set, bitch, she was over there checking out something. Girl, she was over there using her transsexual power.
My Lance, I was
Okay.
being aware of my surroundings.
No, okay.
He was just in my surroundings. Hi, if you're watching.
So you guys, there's some guys and maybe some girls. I don't know if y'all pansexual, transsexuals,
I
or
have to
anything
have the
like
meat.
that. But let's take a look. Who we got, you guys?
What was it again?
Pop or
Pop
pass.
or pass that cherry. So Monroe, what he do for you?
So pop means
Oh,
that. Pop,
bitch, he's popping me.
Pop.
Bitch, fuck that.
Hold on, wait. It's pop or pass, right?
Yes. Are you
Pop.
popping or pass?
Pop.
Okay.
No, that's a pop for me.
I would have said
Yes,
pop
God.
before I saw how close he was with Donald Trump. So no,
is
I
he?
gotta have to.
Yeah, girl, that is
My
crazy.
journal alarm. I would have, but no, not anymore.
You wouldn't have.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, we're gonna just pretend I didn't know he was part of Trump's campaign.
I didn't know that either.
I saw a coin,
Mm.
I did too.
and I saw a nice looking white tee, and he can pop this cherry, honey. No shade, girl. So y'all, who else we got?
Pass.
Okay.
David.
Um,
Bitch, that'd be like that
um,
too. Girl.
yeah, it's a
You already
pass.
know what I'm doing, bitch. I'm sucking that dick.
Pass for me.
I'm torn. I like his jawline a lot.
I like that
and
one.
I like
that picture right there. Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
even
he's
in
naked.
No, but the grooming. I'm looking at from the. I didn't even know he had his shirt off in this picture. Honestly, I was
No?
literally. No, I was.
No, you didn't know he
Hold
had
on,
his shirt off?
why is the other room laughing at me though? Like, no.
I'm gonna say pop.
No. I don't know.
I'm gonna say pop.
I don't know.
Well, I'm stuck in it too. Bitch, he can definitely pop this cherry, bitch. He is, girl. You can't ever go wrong with chocolate. And
No,
you
I like
talking about
a milk chocolate.
He
Please.
was. You said what was wrong with his grooming?
I don't know. The first picture it gave me pause, but the second picture it looked like it was like months or like years difference.
Well,
Like right here, yeah, it looked like he.
So on
take
this
care of
picture
his-
right here, what
he
you
looks
doing?
hydrated. He's definitely popping me for points.
Oh, okay. Popping you for points.
Popping me for points.
I wonder if this is just like he's got sweat
Maybe
dried on his face and like you know
Nah.
it gives you like that
Yeah, he looks
salty.
hydrated. He looks like he drinks alkaline water right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a little.
And he got an
Gatorade.
African name, so you know what that means.
He's from
Ooh.
Africa.
You know what else
That means
means?
he's got a bunch of girlfriends.
You know what else that means?
No.
You know what else that
His
means?
credit's good.
You know what else that
His
means?
parents are
No.
strict.
You know what else that means?
The dick is
No.
big.
Yeah.
Swiftly moving on.
Girl, I have not. Let's just really talk about it. Now, we already know. Let's just talk about black men in general. We already know black men are some of the ones with the largest penises in the world. Let's be clear. Now, it's somewhere over there in Yugoslavia or somewhere over there where they got. Yeah, because I read about it. I read about where the biggest penises come from.
Guinness Book of Records.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a dick doctor.
I am a dick doctor.
She has a PhD, a penis handling degree.
I actually do. I went to school at Boom University.
Come on.
Okay, you better.
Yeah. And I got 2 degrees. Bitch, I went twice. And I made sure all my loans were paid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is still being paid.
I love black men.
I love black men too.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Who else we got?
I love all of them except the one I was just dating.
Fred.
Come
Warner.
on, pop me, baby. Yes, God.
You like
Oh,
all
no,
that?
there's a ring. I'm sorry. Sorry to that woman.
In this picture, yes. In the first picture, no.
First picture, absolutely.
No. The second picture, yes.
Absolutely.
If he sent me that, I'd be like, drop the Addy.
Okay. So you just give it to him. You're just throwing it out.
Child.
Well, him particularly, guys like that, like, you're not ugly, but you're gonna have to wine and dine me. We're gonna have to. It's not just call me and hook up.
I'm not calling and hooking up with anyone.
Would you go on a date?
I'm
I don't know
dating.
what you mean. The name of the game is Pop or Pass.
Yeah, but you're saying it like the other ones that like they just
They're getting it.
So with him specifically, all of a sudden now it has to be a date when we're playing
Yeah,
Pop or Pass. So why he gotta work as hard and the other one's got the pop?
Because he light skinned.
That's the colorist. Thank you for sharing. I knew. Now we're getting to it. Because I'm like, put the cheese on the cracker and spread it,
Girl,
bitch.
you know, it's
What
no
is it?
shade. It's just something about them light skinned men. I just looking at him.
You want to make him work hard.
Right here, he is
No,
so
he
fine.
looks like he thinks he's look better than us.
See, I don't
No,
get that from
that's
this
not
one right here.
possible.
See, that's why this.
I play football. I'm rich. I don't respect women, and I'm going to fuck.
I think
That
you're
is
projecting on
profiling.
him. I think you're projecting on him.
Okay, girl. Y'all, who we got next?
It's the ring that took me.
Okay, so let's talk about it. The ring, because I would never even noticed, honestly.
Yeah, I've made a vow
You won't sleep with married men.
anymore.
Anymore.
I'm a woman with a past.
And how long has that
I'm a
vow?
woman with a past.
Oh, okay.
I'm a woman with a past.
I want to know the
too.
date. Bitch.
It's been so long. I've been a single woman since 2020, so it's been way in the early 1900s.
What about you?
Early 1900s.
Early
You look
1900s.
fabulous, my dear.
What about you, Christy?
Well, you know, I was married. I'm going through a separation, but your girl has Tinder and Grindr. I'm really glad that my Grindr app hasn't gone off yet.
So you like the Butch Queens?
I won't say no, but I like a particular aesthetic. My whole thing is like, if a man likes me, that's
Then you
what
like him.
that's the basic. Well, no,
Same
not
here.
necessarily. Hold on, he's
Wait,
gotta
what
have
you
some,
saying?
gotta have some prerequisites. Just
Exactly.
because he liked me, look. There's, I got 17
She's
letters
like,
after
real
my
quick.
name. I have 17 letters. I'm gonna need you to have
I
a
did
job,
not.
your own car, a
Listen,
house.
Sandra.
Yeah.
Do you talk? But like, there's a difference between like, I'm a grown ass woman. I will have a sexual
Encounter.
escapade if I so desire. But
Absolutely.
my
Your
criteria
body, your
for a
choice.
hookup and a relationship are very
Different.
different.
Okay, agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
I can
Much
see that.
higher
I can see that.
threshold.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
But even though I agree, it's still a level of those men I'm not actually even entertaining.
Mm.
Like me personally, like honestly, like speaking of Grindr and those homosexual apps,
I love the homosexuals.
I
Shout out to the
mind-
homosexual dolls.
I don't mind a butch queen or a man who's comfortable in his skin because honestly, me personally, I use the labels because the world addresses them.
Mhm.
I'm a free spirit. I see men as men, and just because society doesn't respect gay men as men does not mean I can't be attracted to them.
Okay.
Because at the
True.
same time, y'all are also telling people we're not women and not to be attracted to us when we know that's a lie.
True.
Because bitch, truth be told, I'm attracted to trans men, butch queens, straight men, gay men, bisexual men, as long as you are a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy on it.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah. So Monroe, let me ask you this. I know we've had this conversation on the phone on our couple of our nights. We sit on the phone and cackle. But sister,
What's
do
your tea?
you like butch queens?
So I think butch queens are adorable. I think that they are some of the most well-groomed, well-educated. Not to put anything past my cisgender heterosexual brothers. However, I think that butch queens, gay men, listen, I'm, however you identify your identity. I think I do find myself attracted to, just based off of like some of the ways in which they are articulate and you know, to your point about those standards. However, relationship compatibility, it's not going to work. One, they don't like or are attracted to women, and so that's not going to work for me as a post-op woman too.
And I'm so glad that you said that.
I knew you were waiting for that.
Yeah,
I knew you were waiting
no
for
shade,
that.
because I think because they're not attracted to women, people need to understand that is why straight men or men who identify as heterosexual would only naturally be attracted to us.
Yeah, that's always an interesting conversation to me, because people are like, if you date a trans woman, then you're gay. And I'm like, no, baby, I don't have trust me, he's attracted to the softness, not the raw.
Yeah.
You know, so like, no.
Yeah. And I think also it's just really majority of thing in our Black community. We talk about a lot of trans issues, but that's a Black issue.
I agree.
Yeah. Y'all, who's the next person we popping or passing on? Oh, Tink.
Yes.
I love her.
Oh,
Pop for me these days. You know what I mean?
Girl, you go get a little lesbian.
No. I'm saying like, oh, hold on, wait. So
yeah,
I mean,
the
like
game is
have
pop
her.
or pass.
Oh, like have. Oh
yes,
no, it's a
girl. You
it's a pass. I thought you were saying. Okay, I thought it had transitioned the way that you transitioned from those.
No, we're still on the same motherfucking game.
Girl.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
meaning like a sexual experience.
Yes.
Oh,
How else are
that's
you
a hard
popping
no.
or passing?
That's a swift pass.
Okay.
So in my mind, I love the idea of dating a baddie, but she lacks the prerequisite equipment for me, so it's a pass.
So if she had a penis, you would do her? Or y'all would have sexual experiences?
No, for me, it's like, have you ever seen like two beautiful, like what do they used to call like lipstick lesbians, like these two baddies, and like they're clearly a couple, like I feel like they have a really healthy relationship, and I kind of like, my relationship with men has not been that great, so like I romanticize it, but I know that I could never be sexually attracted. We would just end up being girlfriends.
Have you guys ever been with a female?
No, I have been strictly dickly since I came running out of the pussy.
Okay, have you ever been with a trans man?
No. There was one that I was considering. I really was. He went by the name Simba. He was really.
Oh, girl.
I know.
You dropping that?
Yeah.
Okay, girl. Oh, girl.
Okay,
word.
You don't know where. Look, I've been all over the world. I'm a world child. I've been. This could be Baltimore. You don't know where I'm from.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But I just can't do it. I don't think right now. And like there's a part of me that wants to. Like I feel like I wish the pool was wider. But I know me. If I'm not getting what I want, then I'm gonna.
And what is it that you want, doctor?
Please don't let it show. Like I can't. I need to have what I need to have so that we can both be happy together. Because I want to be crazy and madly in love with you with every part of who you are. And I know some of the girls, they were like, well, they can strap on. I was like, I know they can. And I love that for them. But I just need what I need.
Okay. Y'all, well, for me, it is definitely a pass. I'll try. I'll dip in the lady pond every blue moon. I have been with one.
Really?
I have been with one biological woman that presented as female, that was in her feminine energy, and it was a couple.
Oh, okay, but that's how usually y'all stories
and it was
go.
for the coin. But I think what did attract me to her is that I love that her and her husband were honest with each other.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's cute.
Yeah. But I will talk to a trans man, bitch.
Oh, I would talk to. Well, I thought you were saying like, have we had?
Oh no, when I say talk, we're talking about that because I have eaten a couple of pussies.
Child.
Oh, okay.
I'm an oral. I'm an oral set girl. You know, before people be like, "Are you a top or bottom?" I'm oral. I like that.
That's
like,
good.
yeah,
like that.
Shout out to the
pansexuals,
transsexual.
I love that.
So that's why when you said something about the pool being opening, I'm like, well, did you not open that pool? Because I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to, and society can't tell me what I like or don't like.
I am attracted to masculinity.
And I get it, but trans men...
No, I would date a trans man. I just never had the opportunity to fully say that I've dated someone.
I'm going to just say try it.
Yeah, I've dated someone who... I've dated someone who was on the trans spectrum.
There are trans men that I've met. Yeah. There's one in particular who is like almost a celebrity. He's very handsome, and I adore him.
Girl, Christy trying to cook it up, girl.
I just don't know. I don't know.
No names.
I'm not gonna say no names, but trust me, they don't know Simba.
Okay, y'all. Who else we got? Supermodel David.
I want to see another picture.
I need another picture. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. My bell all janky.
You gotta stop hitting it so aggressively. Like
I didn't take my testosterone blocker today.
oh, girl, because you wore it out.
My
Okay, you definitely use your
Atlanta.
trans powers on that head, bitch. Y'all, who else we got?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry to his wife.
I'm going first.
I'm going first.
Bitch, I'm going first.
I'm definitely going first.
David is the name?
No, that's Aldis.
How you not gonna know Aldis's name?
Aldis,
Yeah,
David.
respect to your wife, but my land.
Oh, he got a wife?
My
Ex-wife soon. Hi, Aldis.
Oh. Well, girl, so we're going to play the game of elimination.
Dun,
So
dun,
since
dun.
you don't deal with married husbands, you're out.
Chop.
You, whatever your name is, bitch, DM me. Okay, tell your wife I said hello. We mean well, but bitch, that's a fine piece of chocolate, bitch. I just want to borrow. I ain't trying to take them from her. I just want to.
It's a bar.
Aldis, tú sabes la vaina. Llámame.
Yeah, I didn't know that you were married. That was them. I
Call
don't
me.
believe what I hear, so you got to show me. Okay, bitch. Now, there was some hot-ass men on there.
There
Very
was.
much so.
Very that. Okay, y'all, so I think I'm not done being a thought.
I'm gonna say yes.
Henry Cavill.
Mm-hmm. I love him in The
Excellent
Witcher.
actor.
Bitch, it's that jawline.
And
For
the
points,
eyes.
Bitch,
Yeah.
it is giving the real life-size Johnny Bravo.
My Atlanta.
I'll
Yeah,
definitely have a
definitely.
piece.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I'm
And,
open.
and girl, you know one of my biggest turn-ons? You see them arms?
My God, on
Today.
I love a hairy, thick, chiseled man.
He is gorgeous.
He's beautiful.
Like, that's the type of man that'll make me feel like I'm 5'5".
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just so dainty
I'm
and
so-
demure,
I'm
such
so
a
tiny.
lady. Oh.
Okay, he's over there. What was that man name from Beauty and the Beast? Gaston.
Gaston.
Bitch,
Yes,
we are giving
Gaston.
Bitch, he's over there giving
yeah.
Gaston.
Uh-huh.
Hey, who?
Hey, boo.
Y'all, who else we got?
Can I see another
it's a pop.
picture?
It's a. Oh, that's
Yeah.
not the same one. That's the same man. That's not the same man.
Hold on, I'm confused.
it?
Did he transition?
I'm screaming. These are
Oh, that
years
is.
apart.
Okay,
Yeah, these
that
are
is
years
the same
apart.
man.
Uh-huh.
So the latter, yeah,
okay,
that's
so
the
go-
glow up.
Okay, yeah.
Go to
right
the-
there.
He looks
Jeff.
Yeah.
biracial there.
That one.
Even with the Black Power fist. My
yeah,
God.
I'll have a piece. We'll figure
We
it
got
out.
matching boots. What's up?
Okay. I'll definitely have a piece. He got a big ass head though.
That's even.
That's good. I have a big head too. So we'll be fine together.
You'll be ahead of the game.
We'll be ahead of the game.
Okay, you guys, I think we have one more. Y'all.
show me the
What y'all
trade.
feeling like? What you feeling like? Who
Show
is
me the
it?
trade.
Hot shit. Ooh, baby. Ready to let it go. Shimmy, shimmy, go, go, go.
Hey!
Ow. Nelly.
Yes.
I was supposed to
Why?
Nelly.
Nah, I was-
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go first.
It's a pass.
Girl, what?
A hard pass.
Why?
Nelly. Okay, now throwback Nelly. Absolutely.
Oh, girl, I hate a complicated bitch when it's time to suck the dick.
Absolutely.
I hate a bitch that want to give
Throwback
all this
Nelly,
drama,
yes.
bitch. Nelly
No,
is
Nelly
so
is-
motherfucking like. There's
Has
some
been
people.
fine.
There are some people out there
He's
that
a
have been
very
fine
attractive
their
man.
whole
I'm
life.
just passing. He's an attractive
Okay,
man.
no Nelly for her. What about you, sister?
Child.
It's Nelly for me. She said y'all can have him. I don't want him.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna argue about this bitch because I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Go ahead, have fun.
So Nelly, first of all, shout out to Ashanti. You know this is just.
yeah. Oh, baby.
Oh baby.
When you talk to me.
Oh baby. Nelly,
I mean,
I just
handsome.
wanna love you, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nelly, I was supposed to suck that dick in middle school, baby.
Not in
Bitch, back in the
Nah,
day when you were
Atlanta.
supposed, we had our
He looks
posters on the
good,
wall.
Yes,
baby.
y'all. No, a
Nelly,
handsome guy.
Nelly was on the wall. He is fine, and I
Handsome.
seen.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wanted the other one. What was his name?
Oh.
Murphy Lee. I thought Murphy Lee
me
was
too.
so bitch.
I've been a hoe my whole life, bitch. I was
thought
gonna
Murphy
suck them
was
dicks
so
through the TV.
fine.
Murphy
Not through
Lee.
through the TV is wild.
Yes, yes. and no shade, rest in peace, D'Angelo.
Yes,
but
God.
remember that video? I
Yes,
can remember being a
God.
child looking at D'Angelo, putting my tongue on that screen. Bitch, I wanted to
Freak nasty.
I wanted
Listen.
to
Freak
take.
nasty.
When he looked in that camera and said, "Girl, it's only you."
Oh, and no shade. Rest in peace to Angie Stone as well, bitch.
Rest in
I
peace,
think
yeah.
years ago I did recall that they had something going on, but to be reminded in this year, I was like, oh, Angie Stone was a lot of woman.
She was.
And
Yes,
he
God.
handled
Yes,
that
God.
woman.
Yes,
Baby,
God.
go ahead now. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you guys, before we get ready to wrap it up, we got some things I want to talk about. Some hot topics.
Tell me.
You know, some things that I've been seeing on social media, and I think we need to really bring light. Everything doesn't have to be trans. Everything doesn't have to be LGBT. Sometimes we just need to talk about what's right. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and real is real. So you guys, we're going to come back with some hot topics, and I hope you guys are ready to discuss. We'll be right back.
Respect a queen when you see one.
What the fuck does that mean?
Look like bitches down there, folks.
No, they don't, bro.
Yes, they do, folks. On my dead homie.
Bro, your ass tweaking. Bro.
Yes, they do, folks. On my mama. You crazy as hell.
They look like
Crazy as hell.
dressed up niggas. Right. They look like a nigga with a wig.
Y'all ain't
Don't
been,
look like no
y'all
female
ain't been
at
seeing
all.
what I've been seeing,
A
man.
female is a whole difference.
Y'all ain't been seeing what I be seeing, bro.
I definitely haven't,
There's
bro.
trannies that look better
I
than
ain't never
bitches,
seen
bro.
a-
I'm
I
sorry.
ain't never seen a man.
You got your own preference. You know what I'm saying? I love that you live in your truth. I love that you live in your truth. Live in your truth.
Yeah, I just had the question, bro.
I'm sorry.
You
It's
say-
trannies that look better
That's
than
all I
bitches,
wanted to
bro.
know, bro. You gonna keep
A
fucking
lot of
saying
motherfuckers not gonna
That's
agree,
on you,
but
bro.
It don't matter. We're just trying to get the questions out.
Ladies, I'll take the lead on this song. You know what is so alarming to me in that video? First of all,
Go ahead.
the black bitch
I know.
and the black man, I'm not even gonna call him a man, the black boy, y'all are always trying to dictate who people can be attracted to. Y'all always are the main ones saying, live in your truth. Be honest with who you are. But yeah, you're telling him, but you're recording him as he's doing it.
A mockery.
You're making a mockery out of him because you know in the toxic society that we live in, especially in the black community, they're going to ostracize and just destroy and disrespect that man because he's being honest. So I need you black people to pick a side. Do you want people to be honest? Do you want people to live in their truth? Or do you want them to lie? Because one minute is, oh no, y'all wrong for that. Y'all don't need to do that when you live in your truth. But when you over there living a lie, oh yeah, y'all need to come out, make up your mind and pick a side.
True.
Okay? That man is attracted to who he is attracted to. And I think a lot of the times black people are really trying to stop the truth. Seriously. Because I hate when people are like, oh, well, what does that make him? First of all, it doesn't make him anything. It makes him a grown man who's attracted to who he's attracted to. I need y'all to always remember these labels that we speak all the time, that was man-made. We are all naturally attracted to who we are naturally attracted to. For the heterosexuals, when you were growing up, no one had to tell you not to like the same sex. You naturally like the opposite sex. Likewise, as people part of the LGBT, no one had to tell us, oh, we were men. We know who we were born. We know that what our mamas had, but we also know that we identify as women. We also know that we are comfortable in our skin and we don't give a fuck. And I think that is why a lot of people are jealous and intimidated by trans people. It's not always about our beauty. It's not always about what we look like. I think a lot of people, men and women, are jealous of the fact, like, how dare you be that confident in who you are?
That part.
I think
That part.
I think that there's two. Yes, absolutely, right. And I wasn't born a man. I was
Absolutely.
assigned male at
Absolutely.
birth, right. And I think we have to be very clear about that because we try to weaponize the, oh, you were born a man. You know, where you weren't born a woman. You were assigned female at birth. I was
Right.
assigned male at birth, and to weaponize what I was assigned is a disservice to what you see, right? The essence, the divine feminine has nothing to do with what I was assigned at birth. And I think that to your point, people are sometimes upset because trigger words are jealous, insecure, you know, all of those words, you know. And so
Are they
I don't-
not?
They are. They are. Well, those are trigger words. Yes.
Okay, no, are they not? Let's
I
talk.
think-
Oh, girl, let's do it real quick, but let's
Okay.
get in there. Are they not? Why is there so
Oh
much
my
hate?
God.
No, y'all know
no.
they hate that I love to talk about these
No,
topics.
no.
Go ahead, girl.
Listen, sister, I'm not saying that you're right. Listen, what I'm about to say is that I think that people sometimes are are baffled at the audacity of someone to be able to live in their truth, and they are afraid that they cannot. Whether that is their truth about who they are attracted to.
That's jealousy. Jealousy of your freedom.
I
Jealousy
think that there's a
of
fear. I mean, we can call.
You're jealous of the strength. Because you're competing.
Think that two things can be true at the same time.
Okay.
So I definitely think that there is, in some people, jealousy. And why that jealousy is raised up, that's for you to figure out, okay? But I also do agree with Monroe as well that there is a fear component of it. There is, like...
A fear of what again?
A fear component to it in the sense of like a fear of things unknown, of how can this person be so brave and bold. A lot of people have questions
but just because you have that question or that fear, that does not mean to spew hate.
And I agree with you, but the problem is that not everybody has the same emotional intelligence nor the ability to communicate how they feel. Have you ever noticed that when you begin to have a conversation with somebody and you say something that is the opposite of their point of view and it challenges their beliefs that they have? For example, with people that have certain beliefs, whether that be ideological, political, you'll say something like Trump is an asshole and they'll either shut down, I can't talk to you, people, da-da-da-da. Or they'll be ready to fight you. What that means is they have a belief that they have not yet worked out what that belief is based on. They've adopted it without having it rooted in something. And a lot of people are walking around this world with views and opinions that have no basis. They've accrued them. It's what we as scholars and historians and whatnot, we call it social contamination, or we also call it residual influence. Yeah. And so that fear is something they don't even know how to begin to talk about, which is why they want to avoid it, or they want to attack it. That's the fight or flight, right? So, I mean, the reality is that we all should be able to show up how we want to. That is the real world. Unfortunately, that presents these challenges in people, how they can process it.
But if you hoes, since they're going to use the word fear, since you hoes are so motherfucking scared, boo, bitch.
I'm screaming.
You guys, can we get the next video?
If not exposed, would you have came out the closet?
No. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hell no, sir. Hell nah. But
so you don't like the fact that you out the closet?
But everything for a reason though. Nah.
Okay. You accepting the fact that you out the closet, but do you necessarily like it? Like you cool with, like you appreciate that you out the closet, or you just accepting it because it is what it is?
Shit, it make me see who really fuck with me. Shit. You feel? Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of motherfuckers really fuck with me. So it's like, you feel me? I ain't tripping. You feel? I ain't tripping at all.
Crazy.
I want to say that again, and mind you guys, that was the same guy in the previous video. In the previous video is when he was, I guess was that his outing? Him being outed?
Yeah, he was being forcibly outed.
Yeah. And when it comes to that, I don't think that someone should be outed, because y'all know I don't mind. But bitch, I don't think that someone should be done that way for no reason or for content. I feel like if somebody do something to you, bitch, oh girl, a work for a work, get it how you live. But when people are just embarrassed and picked on and blasted because you want to prove a point, that is hate. And a part of me is like, I feel bad for him because I know exactly what he's going through. But at the same time, I feel like you should have been man enough to live in your truth. I'm sorry. Yeah. There is a level of me that can show compassion, but there's another part of me and it may be due to the trauma society did to me. How they were so evil to us. But at the end of the day, I feel like not only do people know your truth, you're free. Yeah. And can't nobody hold nothing over your head that you are comfortable with.
Yes, and...
Let's go.
I don't think that there's any outing. Like, this man is just acknowledging that he is attracted to all women, right? And I think that he has allowed society to make him feel othered based off of the women that he decides that he's attracted to or that he dates or that he's involved with. Like, this man didn't sit there and say, oh, I'm attracted to men or I'm attracted to masculinity. Or even if I'm sure he probably doesn't even have the knowledge or even if the expansive experience, if that's the case, because sexuality, gender, all spectrums. Right? And so I don't think that there's an outing, and like for people to treat him like he's been like outed. I feel sad for him because some information that he did not want to share yet was shared. But I do not believe that there is an outing. I think that there is now a room for a conversation. I think that brother needs to be explained or like talked to really be able to put words and language to what he likes, right? Because he's allowing people to say, yeah, you know, you were outed, and how you feel being outed, and it's like, outed for liking women?
That's the
because even in that video, they were like, no, these are men in wigs. He's like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
And the picture that they show him, it was like, that's not what I'm attracted to.
But let's point the finger at, there's a lot of men that know exactly who they are and what they like. And it is such a heavy percentage of people, black people especially, because if y'all look in our comments, I don't know about y'all comments, but if you see any of the negative stuff, who is it coming from?
Majority of my negative comments come from robots and black people.
What about you?
I would definitely say robots, but also my demographic's a little different because Afro-Latina, so I get people that are Latin that feel like I am not doing a good job at championing them. Yeah. I'm trying to champion everybody, but most of my comments honestly come from black women.
And I just want to, before we move on to the next topic, I want to tell all men who are trans attracted, you keep doing what you do, because that's what a real man does. And a lot of people want to use the word king. A king is not looking to be affirmed. A king is not looking for someone to give him the rules. A king is making the rules and living his life as he sees fits.
True.
So I want to, I'm not going to give you guys a treat because you're being a grown man, but I do want to say that we appreciate you for being man enough to know what you like and to stand in it. And if anyone is out here, because you know when they say they're attracted to us, they're gonna, oh, that's a man you get. That's just what it is. That's the world that we live in. But the work that we're doing and the reality of it is we know you are attracted.
Define what you're attracted to.
And the reason why they are attracted to us, a lot of people love to make being trans about genitalia. No,
It's
sweetie.
not.
When a man sees us walking down the street, he does not see a pussy walking. He does not see a penis walking. He sees a feminine, beautiful energy and being that he's attracted to. That's why disclosing that we are trans is a whole nother conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody knew that we were, as y'all deem us, men, why do you have to tell them? When a man can sit there and tell you that he's attracted to us, why do you have to bash him? We know exactly.
I even feel like that still misses the mark because it doesn't matter. Like, let's say I had never transitioned. Let's say I had stayed a boy. Or let's say I was like feminine presenting or I was non-binary, whatever. Like, attraction is attraction.
True.
And the fact that we are even allowing space for attraction to be vilified in any type of way, it really speaks to kind of like the gross place that our collective cultural psyche is in. This young man, to Monroe's point, I don't necessarily like the word outing per se, because I think that precision of language is super important. But there was a forcible exposure, a disclosure of something that he wasn't ready to talk about. And then the type of shame that he received from his own community, simply about talking about what his experience is as a young man. But what I think we've also missed is he's internalized that shame so much, at least he can be honest about it. But he says that if he could do things differently, he wouldn't want to he wouldn't want to disclose that.
That's what I was just about to
and
say.
that is because what comes with being a trans person or somebody who is loved or is attracted to a trans person, you open yourself up to be bullet riddled.
There's a level of labor that he was not prepared to deal with based off of what he is attracted to. And so now that he has this forcible labor that he still has not identified and is able to convey to the world intelligently or articulately, he is allowing what their viewpoint of him is to saturate his brain. And my fear is that those are the type of men, or that is the type of thought that will have him harm and unalive one of us based off of, oh, this is wrong, this is not right, and I'm doing this, or I'm attracted to this, and so something is wrong with me. And that's not right.
And I do want to say, before we go into the next topic, that Black people allow Black people to be free.
Please.
That's really what it all is. Black people allow our brothers and our sisters to be free. Stop being biased and stop being for things when it's convenient for you. And I think you ought to be ashamed of yourself when you guys like to ridicule people for being and living in their truth, but y'all okay, deadbeat dads. Y'all don't have that same energy for the molesters, for the men that are abusing and beating on women every day. Y'all don't have that same energy for people who are going into schools and doing weird shit and these pedophiles. But as soon as it comes to something trans or homophobe, you hoes are the main ones thinking it's so cute. Allow people to exist. And I'm going to leave it at that. You guys, can we get the next video?
Florida man could be sentenced to death after murdering his pregnant teenage girlfriend for refusing to have an abortion. 23-year-old Donovan Faison lured 18-year-old Kaylin Fango to Coastline Park in Sanford, Florida in November 2022 and shot her in the head as she sat in her car. Investigators said Kaylin had told Donovan she was pregnant, sending him a photo of 2 positive tests. His response was a single word: abortion. When she refused, prosecutors said he erupted, furious that the pregnancy would expose his relationship with another woman. Text messages shown to the jury revealed threats where Donovan wrote, "I'm gonna kill her." After 2 years of investigation, Donovan Faison was arrested in August 2023 and charged with first-degree murder, killing an unborn child, and burglary with a firearm. A jury found him guilty in October 2025 and voted 11-1 to recommend the death penalty. His sentence will be decided on December 5th.
Girl, I'm gagged.
That's terrible.
Ladies, be careful who you are spending your time with. I'm gonna let y'all.
Yeah, so I think this is kind of one of those things where it's like, we as a community, we're always talking about like the external factors of oppression, like, systemic racism. We're talking about like the white man, things like that. And yes, those realities exist, but we have to start looking at internal factors of regression too, the things that are inside of our own culture and our collective psyche that creates damage. Like, listen to the values there. In order to protect the feelings of another woman, and also a very selfish power grab, I don't want to lose this situation for whatever reason. I will take from you your life if you don't make a choice about your child's life, my child's life, because I've fathered it. I will take your life. The type of valuation there has me. I couldn't even get inside of that type of mind if I wanted to. And we really have to have an honest conversation really about like, what is the content of character that we collectively have as a community, and how do we begin to change things like that? This type of structure, this type of thinking, this type of feeling has been created by outside forces, but we now have to take accountability and figure out how to get away from that, because that was monstrous.
Very. And I do want to say, and I'm not okaying anything that happened, but I do think that, because we see a lot of this, and I do think women need to take I'm not going to say take accountability, but take charge of, or take caution is the word I'm looking for. Take caution when these men are saying they don't want these children. And I tell women all the time, just because he fucked you does not mean he loved you. Just because he nutted inside of you does not mean he wanted to share and create life with you.
Convenience.
And I think that I understand, like, I can only imagine that a biological woman, of course you want your child, the whole abortion thing, I'm sure that is traumatic. But it's starting to become a safety thing. They're more so trying to control birth population, but at the same time, it's dangerous on so many levels.
That was a good point.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ladies, and I want y'all to just be more careful about the men that you are having that type of sex with, because when a biological male and a biological female do have sex, one of the things that can happen is birth. So you have to be extra cautious, because he unalived her because he did not want to be a dad.
And also because he didn't want the other woman to find out, right?
Yeah,
That
like
was the key
whatever
thing.
the reason may be, like no one should be losing their life because they didn't do what you wanted them to do.
Absolutely.
And if you didn't, and fellas, because we always like to get on the women. Fellas, if you don't want a child with her, stop nutting in her.
Please. Matter of fact, just leave women alone. If you don't not ready to be,
put a
like,
condom on.
There's so many different
out here
types
romance scamming. Ugh.
Like, dogs. Like, that is dog behavior. That is monster behavior.
It's sad. It really is.
You guys, can we get the next video?
I'm not putting you on child support. I can't be in no baby life. That's the best thing for me to do. Like, I'd rather just pay the money and not deal with the kid at all. I don't want
So you're not gonna be there for your son? You're saying.
No, not right now. Hell no.
So you wanna voluntarily put your
Hey, I'm gonna just pay the little bread.
I've never heard
That
of.
way I'll be able to file my taxes, all type of shit. Get me out the way. don't want to deal with none of y'all ass in the
I
first
never
place.
heard of nothing like this before.
I'm telling you now, I'm ready to give you the money. You can go ahead. Find him another daddy. I'll kick that shit out. I'll pay.
I'm not, no, because we're not doing that, G.
What we doing
No,
then? That's exactly
because
what
now
we
how
doing.
you, because you going through some shit, you ready to walk off on your fucking family.
There was never no family from the start.
I thought the way, well, why would you in my life the way that you was acting like we were a family? You
was cool.
never gave.
We never came up with having a motherfucking baby. Baby came out of nowhere. Now I'm out this motherfucker.
I'll take the lead again.
Go
Girl, boo-hoo. Ladies, stop fucking men that don't love you.
That pussy is not gonna hold him, girl. That pussy cannot change the nature of his character. If he was a shitty person before that pussy, he'll be a shitty person after that pussy.
And also, we have to stop weaponizing children, right? I think our need and want to be validated and create these dynamics of family forces people to try to weaponize children to have men stay or women stay or all of these things. This man said he is now leaving and is willing to take the financial burden to support the seed that he helped create. What more would you like from this
And
person?
he didn't lie to you. He told you exactly what it was. I thought we was a family. No,
He
you
said
didn't.
we were not a
family from the beginning, he
Bitch, you knew I was
said.
fucking on you.
And he spared your feelings, I believe, because he could have definitely said you were X, Y, and Z.
Or unalived her like the last man.
Like the last man. Or
Ladies.
just left and disappeared.
And honestly,
remember
I
back in the
think
day,
a lot of
daddies
women
just rolled out.
Stop wanting children with men that don't want you. Stop wanting children that are not fathers. There's a lot of dads that became fathers because someone was attracted to them, not because they were good men. There's a lot of men out here who became fathers because they had good dick, not because they were leaders, not because they were fathers, not because they were someone you can look up to.
And I think that to the old like phrase, you know, we raise our sons and we like nurture our daughters or something like that. Like we force our daughters to grow up to take care of men and to be good wives. And so you have these women, in my opinion, all women, it's all inclusive, right? Trans women, cis women, who feel that there is this need to have a family, have a husband, the white picket fence, and believe that that is some type of level of success, because the want and need to be loved and validated by another human being is so strong that they are willing to tolerate the crumbs of an individual.
And you know what's so alarming in that? As I don't know about your story, so I'll speak on mine. I get a lot of women tell me, I can have kids. I can do this. You can't have a woman. I'm a real woman, sweetie. As we see, those vaginas and giving birth don't keep those homes together. No. And I think you should stop wanting to be a mother and start wanting to raise a family.
Yeah, that is, I think, a huge distinction.
Like, let's be real. Like, stop trying to compete when you're over here competing and what you're bragging about is not keeping who you're trying to keep. Allow people to be who they are and allow yourself to be loved the correct way. If he was not a good ass nigga before you met him, he's not gonna be a good ass nigga after y'all had those kids.
And define what is good for you, right?
If
define
he was
that.
not a good man before he fucked you, he will not be a motherfucking good man 9 months later when you're in the delivery room, because a lot of women have gave birth alone.
And like my whole thing is like, you have signs. They didn't just start acting shady or inconsistent, disrespectful at the time that you're pregnant or about to give birth. Have more accountability also in your own affairs. I think you are an adult. You have an autonomy. If you want to have as many sexual affairs as you want to, that's perfectly cool. I would, whatever. But if you're not trying to have a child with this person, take your own accountability so that you're not strapped in a position. And then if you're in a relationship if you don't see the content of this man's character being consistent in how he shows up, how he respects, how he provides, if he can't provide for himself, he can't provide for you, if he's disrespectful to his family, if he treats service, look for these clues.
Red flag.
The Lord is always going to show you. Look for the clues.
And let me say this to the many of people that will be watching this episode. Y'all love to say that, oh, y'all can't give advice. Y'all can't have children. Sweetie, gender doesn't hold truth. You can't, just because of someone's genitalia or gender does not mean that they can't tell the truth. Trans people can tell the truth. Homosexuals can tell the truth. Black, white, fat, skinny, tall, short, dirty, clean, ugly, beautiful, rich, poor can tell the truth.
You can learn a lesson from anyone. You have to remain teachable, right? I mean, our ancestors tell us all the time, right? These age-old cliches that we have. You know, you lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. You know what I'm saying? One night of passion can lead to a lifetime of pain. We talk about these things. You have to be very mindful with the company that you keep.
Absolutely.
That's another one, right? And it's like we forget those things because the allure of the person that has a stronghold over you. Back in the day, it was the light skin, the pretty eyes, the height, the smile, whatever, the good hair, right? And so these are the people that you want to have children with, and you're trying to take the autonomy of someone else and force them to raise. Like, do you want to have someone who loves and cares for your child, or do you just want a body present?
I think that's a tough question that a lot of people, especially in the midst of our current dating culture, which I think we can all agree, I've had all types of my friends say, is abominable. Like, a lot of us are just wanting that body, that companionship, that comfort, that somebody to come home to, despite the fact that that person is the person that makes you the most miserable or hurts you the most or fails you the most. We have a lot of work to do on ourselves.
And another thing before we get ready to close out, there's a thing where a lot of women feel that they need a man.
We have to decenter.
I need you to know that you are the prize. You are the queen. And I need you to understand that no man could ever complete you. I need you to be whole. And when you are whole, no man can come around doing none of that weird shit.
Period.
Okay, it's okay. We're all human, but set those standards a little high. Love yourself a little more and know that you deserve better than sitting in a car crying, begging a man that nutted in you by choice to take care of his responsibility.
No, he was willing to take care of his responsibility. He didn't want to stay with her.
No. And I think a lot of fathers need to understand being a dad is just not financial.
Agree.
Because we're so used to talking about the bums. We're so used to talking about the deadbeats. But there is a group, there is a portion, there is a percentage that throw money and absent.
But this is what this man...
You also got...
I respect this man so much because he said, listen, go find him another daddy and I will provide. I don't want to be in this child's life. He didn't sign up for that, is what he said. Now, when you nutted in her, you did sign up for that, however, but he was willing to deal with the consequences
it's still your
of his
responsibility.
action.
And only
legally,
and bitch,
financially.
You should have never been laying down with a fuck nigga that would even know that he created some life and wouldn't want no parts of it.
That's what I'm sitting over here cackling about because my whole thing is like...
Fuck what happened, bitch. The child has been formed. And that is half of you and half of me. It's too late to bag out.
But you know what nobody has said yet? And I know this probably might not be that popular. But for the most time, the child is why the other partner will stay. So I wonder in instances where a person would literally pay you for them to be able to be relieved of that responsibility, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
Like, what I'm saying is, we don't know this lady at all. We don't know this lady. Nah. This lady might be a real raging evil person. She might be hitting
the
him.
Child by herself.
But I'm saying to the man
to
too.
The man.
Yeah,
we don't know
and that is true.
That's true. We don't know.
A parent being absent does sometimes help the child.
And also, what was the dynamic of their?
But that doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't. But what was the dynamic of their relationship?
Is
was
he
being
running from her?
Yeah, was she
from the way he was talking to her?
Was she making him miserable? Because he sounded like he was fed up.
No, I'm gonna tell you what the hoe in me heard.
That was because I was about to say the same thing I heard.
The hoe in me heard.
It was a couple of one night extravaganza.
He got some money. Because that's why he don't mind.
Yeah.
Bitch, get this money, get the fuck away from me. He got some money. She thought she was going to trap him with that baby. And he wasn't going. That's what I heard. I'm sorry. That's what I heard. I could be wrong. I don't know him or her. But bitch, I heard that money wasn't an issue. I heard that, bitch, you know I ain't never loved you.
That was it. This
Go
is
find
now what
another
we
daddy.
were. We were just having fun. You decided to keep this. I will be financially responsible for it. Leave me alone. Collect your check every month and leave me alone.
He said
you got what you wanted.
Yeah.
Go down there and tell. He said, I get to file my taxes right. He said, I get to file my taxes right.
He's a man about his money.
Yeah. So he said, let me go ahead and do
and
what
she wanted a piece of that pie. And
you
got left with the crust.
And you got it.
And it wasn't no cherry pie.
It's no shade. Ladies, love yourself a little bit more. Respect yourself a little bit more, bitch.
Absolutely.
But you guys, we're about to wrap this up because Christmas is right around the corner, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And it's getting cold outside. What are you guys doing for the holidays? What are you doing for Christmas? Any plans?
I'm preparing for next season. You know, I have a lot of travel and stuff coming up. And so I'm excited for what God is about to do in this new season. So I got my suitcase out and I am packing already. Listen, I don't know where I'm going yet, but I'm ready. I'm in preparation.
Amen. Same here. And we're already in December. Like the way that this year has come and gone, and God has blessed us
incredibly.
Yes, this is one for the books. And again, I know I've already said it, but again, I have to say, ladies, thank you both for being a part of Cherry on Top podcast. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe and like and share. I think that these conversations need to be heard. I think these conversations need to be had. And thank you for being a part of it. I love you and respect you both as trans women, and we have to keep doing the work.
Thank you.
Everybody wants to be trans, but everybody doesn't want to do the work.
She gonna wrap it back around.
Girl, we gonna really
she gonna bring it back around.
Because I'm a proud trans woman.
I am a proud woman of trans experience.
Trans woman.
Proud transsexual doll. Protect the incarcerated dolls.
And again, before we go, I do want to say rest in peace to Girl Lala. Did you guys know
Yes.
Did you guys know her? Have you already seen her content?
No, I have seen her content before. I didn't have the privilege of knowing her personally or even interacting with her, but I did watch her content.
But yes, rest in peace. And we also last month had the Trans Remembrance?
Transgender Day of Remembrance.
Yeah. So, and as I saw those different videos that were floating around, it's a blessing to still be here.
Yeah, I was just saying to my sister the other day as I reflect on this year, I didn't do anything special. I didn't create another layer of safety for myself. I didn't make better decisions. I'm grateful that I was still in the number.
Amen. Because, they say the life expectancy of a Black trans woman is the age 35.
35.
And when they were playing those videos of those young trans women, it was like 21, 22, 23, 17.
Yeah.
So, I just want to encourage you ladies to stay safe.
Yeah, you too.
Keep living, keep breathing, keep advocating, keep existing, and keep representing.
Keep taking up space.
Keep taking up spaces everywhere. Keep being bold. Keep daring to be who you truly are.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Oh, girl, y'all gonna make me.
I know, because I see, I'm like, wait.
Yeah, girl, like I genuinely mean that. And I don't think we hear enough that I love you. And we don't see a lot of the times the girls actually getting along. The girls actually being together. It's always a competition. It's always a beef. It's always shade. And I want the people out there to know it doesn't always have to be that. I'm not going to take your shit either, bitch.
Yeah.
But to be clear.
To be clear.
Okay, and
with love.
With
from
all
me.
the love. From
love.
the bottom of my heart.
With love.
You guys, I do want to take time and thank everyone that has watched. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, and follow. Again, the beautiful Monroe and the beautiful Christy has come on the Cherry on Top podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I want to give a special thank you to my top supporters. I see you guys out there. Exotic Doll said, Cherry, this episode was amazing and keep going. More blessings and love is coming like a shooting star. Amen, amen, amen. Java Watson, thank you. Okay, God is good, thank you. D Holly, I love you too, baby. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I do see you. I see you being one of my #1 supporters. I appreciate you. And thank you for giving me a space to be true to who I am and being able to live my true identity out loud. I love you and I appreciate you so much. Lady to you. She definitely has a lot of good advice and wisdom. You know what the old people say, keep living.
Keep
That's
living,
right.
baby.
Keep living, baby.
living.
You go continue to learn.
That's
You're going to
true.
continue to be the best version you can be. And don't ever be afraid to be true to who you are. We're all different. Embrace it. That's
Very
what makes you
true.
most beautiful. And if no one told you that they love you today, baby, I love you.
Love you so much.
Later. Group hug. Ah!
Honey, I've told y'all several times before. It ain't a lot of girls that can stand next to her. When she walks in the room, say honey. When she's right in front of you, say honey. Won't you bow to the queen? Say honey. When she walks up to the scene, say honey. Oh yeah. Go off, mother. Say honey. Oh yeah. Say honey. Oh yeah. Yes, honey. Say honey. Yeah. Say honey. Respect a queen when you see one.